Sutra. Further, O great sagely lords, know the deep desires in the hearts of all the gods, humans, and other beings within all the worlds, using different expedients, which help to reveal the foremost principle. If they are living beings who have met with Buddhas in the past, heard the Dharma, practiced giving, morality, patience, and vigor, dhyana, samadhi, wisdom, and so on, cultivating blessings and wisdom. Persons such as these have all realized the Buddha path. Commentary. Further, all great sagely lords, all the Buddhas, know the deep desires in the hearts of all the gods, humans, and other beings within all the worlds. There is the world of sentience and the material world. The world of sentience is also called the orthodox retribution world and the dependent retribution world, using different expedients which help to reveal the foremost principle, because they understand the thoughts of desire of living beings. They set forth a provisional, clever expedient divides Dharma doors to rescue living beings. The expedients include the hero vehicle, the conditioned enlightened vehicle, and the bodhisattva vehicle. If there are living beings who have met with the Buddhas in the past, in former lives, heard the Dharma, practiced giving, morality, patience, and vigor, dhyana, samadhi, wisdom, and so on. If any of the different kinds of living beings listened to the Buddha Dharma, to the teaching of the six perfections, then they may have decided to practice them. Giving is the first of the six perfections. There are three kinds of giving: the giving of wealth, the giving of the Dharma, and the giving of fearlessness. Giving cures one of stinginess. If you are a miser, you cannot practice giving. If you practice giving, you can reduce your miserliness. Morality. The second of the six perfections cures one of bad conduct. Patience, the third perfection, crosses over anger. Do you like to lose your temper? You should cultivate the perfection of patience and not get angry. Change your attitude, change your temperament. When people with quick tempers refrain from getting angry, that is patience. Vigor is the fourth perfection. It takes laxness across. Are you lazy? Cultivate vigor. Dhyana Samadhi, the fifth cures one of scatteredness. Do you like Samadhi power? Then you should cultivate it. If you do not cultivate it, you will never have it. The last of the six perfections is that of wisdom. What does wisdom cross over? Stupidity. If you have wisdom, your stupidity will turn to wisdom. If you have no wisdom, your wisdom turns into stupidity. It is one thing, but it goes by two names. The other five perfections work the same way. Patience is simply the transformation of anger. Vigor is the transformation of laziness. Dhyana Samadhi is the transformation of scatteredness. It is just a matter of making the transformation. If you break precepts but then keep them, you have transformed your precept breaking into morality. Giving is the transformation of stinginess. So you cannot part with anything. It is just because you cannot let go that you cannot obtain anything. If you want to get, you first must give. If you do not give, you cannot receive. Stinginess. You really do not want to part with that money, do you? Giving money is like cutting off your own flesh. To part with a penny brings a pain to your heart and a pain to your liver. The six perfections must be cultivated in order to realize Buddhahood. Cultivating blessings and wisdom. By practicing the six perfections, you cultivate blessings and wisdom. Persons such as these have all realized the Buddha path. figure it out. How long did it take them to practice the 6 perfections and the 10,000 conducts in order to realize Buddhahood? In the beginning, they cultivated good on a small scale, but it continued to build up until it was a great amount of goodness. From one act of goodness, many acts of goodness grew. From the cultivation of one blessing, many blessings came to be cultivated. Then, when both blessings and wisdom were perfected, they accomplished Buddhahood. Now, we are beginning to cultivate. None of us knows how many lives we have cultivated previously. But no matter how many lifetimes one has been cultivating, whether one has, in fact, cultivated at all in the past, one should still cultivate. You cannot not cultivate. You cannot say, for example, since I did not cultivate in former lives, I might as well forget about doing it now. That way you will never have any blessings or wisdom. If you did not cultivate in former lives, you should start cultivating now. If you did cultivate in former lives, you should continue to cultivate. You should not worry about whether or not you planted blessings and wisdom in former lives. In this present life, we have encountered the Supreme Buddha Dharma, so we should certainly begin and be vigorous and brave right up until we become Buddhas, at which time we can consider our work finished. Sutra. When those Buddhas have become extinct, if there are those with compliant hearts, beings such as these have attained the Buddha way. After the extinction of those Buddhas, those who have made offerings to their Sharira, building millions of kinds of stupas, made of gold, silver, or of crystal, mother of pearl, carnelian, rose quartz, lapis lazuli, and other gems, clear, pure, and most ornate, worked to grace the stupas, or should there be those who have built temples out of stone, chandana, or aloes wood, Hovenia, or other timbers, bricks, clay, and the like, or those who in the barren waste have piled up earth into a Buddha shrine, or even children who at play have piled up sand to make a stupa. All persons such as these have realized the Buddha way. Commentary. When those Buddhas have become extinct, have entered Nirvana, if there are those with compliant hearts, if they have brought forth gentle hearts and are not headstrong, although at first glance it may not look like they have many gurus, gradually they will pile up merit and virtue. Eventually, after a time, beings such as these have attained the Buddha way. They have already become Buddhas. After the extinction of those Buddhas, those who have made offerings to their Sharira, those who have built pagodas to contain the relics of the Buddhas so that offerings can be made to them, building millions of kinds of stupas. Stupas to hold the relics of the Buddhas should be 13 stories high. Stupas of the practical Buddhas should be 5 stories high. Stupas of the fourth stage Arhats should be 4 stories high. Stupa for third stage Arhats should be 3 stories high. Stupas for second stage Arhats should be 2 stories high, and stupas for first stage Arhats should be 1 story. What are the stupas made out of? Made of gold, silver, or of crystal, mother of pearl, carnelian, rose quartz, lapis lazuli, and other gems, clear, pure, and most ornate, worked to grace these stupas. The gems are intertwined and hang in chains around the top of the stupas. Or should there be those who have built temples out of stone, chandana or aloes wood, hovenia or other timbers, bricks, clay, and the like? Or those who in the barren waste have piled up earth into a Buddha shrine? Or even children who at play have piled up sand to make a stupa? All persons such as these have realized the Buddha way. All of these different kinds of people have accumulated a vast amount of merit and virtue. They all become Buddhas. Sutra. Those who for the Buddhas have erected images, carving all their myriads of marks, have realized the Buddha way. They may have used the 7 gems, or bronze, or copper, white or red, wax, lead or tin, iron, wood or clay, or perhaps lacquered cloth in making Buddha images. Persons such as these have realized the Buddha way. Commentary. Those who, for the Buddhas, have erected images, those who, as an offering to the Buddhas, have made images by carving all their myriads of marks, all of the fine characteristics of the Buddhas of the 10 directions, have realized the Buddha way. They have become Buddhas. They may have used the 7 gems, gold, silver, lapis lazuli, crystal, mother of pearl, red pearls or carnelian, or bronze or copper, white or red, wax, lead or tin, iron, wood or clay, or perhaps lacquered cloth in making Buddha images. Persons such as these have realized the Buddha way. There are 11 kinds of meritorious virtues derived from making Buddha images. 1. In every life, you have a clear vision. 2. You will not be born in evil places. Your friends and neighbors will all be good people. You will not meet up with evil people or evil beasts. 3. You will always be born in a noble family. You will be born into a household which is wealthy and honored. 4. Your body will be purple golden in color. 5. You will possess an abundance of wealth. 6. You will be born in a worthy and good family. 7. You can be born a king. Now there is no emperor, but you could be the president. It amounts to the same thing. Or if you insist on being an emperor, you can find a country with a monarchy and be born there. 8. You can be a well-turning sage king that is even higher than being president. As a well-turning sage king, if you cultivate, you can become a Buddha. 9. You can be born in the Brahma heavens and live for an aeon. You can be a king among the gods. 10. You will not fall into the evil paths. Those who make Buddha images will not fall into the hells, the animal realm, and the realm of hungry ghosts. 11. In future incarnations, you will still be able to revere the triple jewel. You will be able to take refuge in the triple jewel. You will not fall. Hearing these 11 meritorious virtues, if we have the strength, we should make more Buddha images. If you make Buddha images, your appearance will be perfect and full. Why is the Buddha's appearance so perfect? It is because during the 3 great Asankhya eons, he cultivated the way. He made countless Buddha images. During the first Asankhya eon, he encountered 75,000 Buddhas. During the second, 76,000, and during the third, 77,000. If he met with that many Buddhas, of course, he made more Buddha images than that. Who knows how many he made? That is why his appearance is so full and perfect. But in making images, we should not think I will make a Buddha image and then I will be very handsome and people will fall in love with me. That is not a proper motive. We should cultivate blessings and wisdom so that in the future we can realize Buddhahood. Persons who have made such images have all realized Buddhahood. Sutra. Those who painted bright Buddha images, adorned with the marks of their hundreds of blessings, whether they did it themselves or employed others, have realized the Buddha way. Even children who at play, who with a straw, a stick or pen, or even with their fingernails, drew images of the Buddha. People such as these gradually accumulated merit and virtue, perfected the heart of great compassion, and have realized the Buddha way. They teach only bodhisattvas and rescue countless multitudes. Commentary. Although previously the text said that one might make Buddha images out of lacquered cloth, the precepts discourage the use of lacquer as it has an unpleasant odor. The precepts also say that one is not allowed to sit in front of a standing Buddha image or recline in front of a sitting Buddha image. Those who painted bright Buddha images, adorned with the marks of their hundreds of blessings. The Buddha images are adorned with many blessed marks of the Buddhas. Whether they did it themselves or employed others, have realized the Buddha way. They have all become Buddhas. Even children who at play, who with a straw, a stick, or pen, perhaps they draw a Buddha image with a straw or with a stick of wood, or perhaps they draw one with a color crayon, or even with their fingernails, or perhaps playing in the mud they traced out a Buddha image with their fingernails, drew images of the Buddha. Long ago in Sichuan there was a person who recited the Vajra Sutra. As he recited it, he would write it out in empty space with his hand. He stood in the same place every day and recited and wrote it out in this way. Later, when it rained, the rain did not fall in the spot where he had written out the sutra. This happened every time it rained. Those who had opened their Buddha eyes saw that, even though the man had written out the sutra in empty space, the gods and dragons and the Eightfold Division were there protecting the sutra and not allowing the rain to fall on that spot. Later, a temple was built there. So you see, all he did was write it out in the air with his hand, and he received such a great response. This really happened. It is recorded in a work entitled The Efficacious Events of the Vajra Sutra. People such as these mentioned above gradually accumulated merit and virtue, perfected the hearts of great compassion, and have realized the Buddha way. They have realized supreme enlightenment. They teach only bodhisattvas and rescue countless multitudes. The Buddha guides bodhisattvas and hearers to turn from the small towards the great and seek the bodhisattva Dharma, and then to turn towards the Buddha vehicle, liberating limitless and boundless living beings.